Let's dive into all of this right now. And welcome to another episode of the Market Value Chart Show right here, baby, at Scale Cantina. Man, oh man, let's go. What is going on? It is Sunday night, and it is Aries live and raw, and I am the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, and I'll be serving up all the Star Wars Hot Toys talk, along with all of you in the panel. And are we going to have some possibilities tonight? And I say yes, absolutely. And who knows, we may even have a special guest or two who are going to pop up in later in the show. But yeah, it's so good to be hanging out with all of you. Yeah, what's going on there, Michael? I got a lot of people in here. Let's go ahead and say hi, hey. Flash you all up here on the screen as much as I can. Max is in the house. H Green. Yeah, what's going on? What's up? Look at that. Who put up all the pots? All the pots are brewing and ready, baby. Let's go, the collector number one. Yeah, I am really excited for this episode. We got a lot that is actually going on. I made it. Hello, collector, single songwriter in the house. What's going on? Paystrick is in the house. Let's go. There's a lot of stuff. There's some interesting things going on, everybody, within the secondary market for Star Wars Hot Toys. So we're going to dive into that. Is that going to possibly lead into some of the possibilities that could be forthcoming? Some of the possibilities, some of the crazy, outrageous, insane possibilities we're going to put on here tonight? Listen, you're all part of this panel too. You could bring some up for sure yourself. What's going on, everybody? Look at all these in the house. 808 Michigan Jedi in the house. Yes. Hello. What is going on? Thrawn, let's go. Doc is in the house. Dork Lair is in the house. We've already got 48 in the house. I just started. Let's get ready to rumble, says Joel. Let's get ready. Let's get ready, baby. Let's get ready. Look, I opened up Kylo Ren yesterday. Man, let me tell you guys something. That figure is sick, y'all. That figure is sick, and it has the pulsating helmet. You know, when you put that light in there, I got him like holding it in his hand and everything like that. Everybody in here, listen, welcome everybody. I got some stuff I'm going to whip up on you here tonight. You guys are going to love this for sure. But yeah, that figure is badass, everybody. That Kylo Ren from Rise of Skywalker. And then I was enjoying the figure so much, I forgot it had a cloak. Then the bottom of the box, I took the cloak out, and I thought I was going to have to like put it around his arms, and then it just magnetizes right here. And then you have that pulsating helmet. Dude, that was sick. And that's coming up. I got the IG-11. A lot of these are being thrown real quickly. IG-11, I got that last week. I was so happy that I didn't. I was so close to skipping on that one. I was so close to skipping out. I was like, nah, really the head sculpts. I really don't want the droid. Then I watched this review. I watched that review and this review. I'm like, okay, man, when I got that in hand, I was so happy for sure. What's going on, everybody? I am the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, serving up all the Star Wars Hot Toys talk. Listen, I got the coffee right here, baby. Let's go. I'm serving it up tonight. Yeah, let's do this. Welcome everybody in the house. Big Dog Pound's in the house. Dork Lair is in the house. Dorikas is in the house. Will C is in the house. Anakin's twin is in the house. Probably the Hot Toys Wizard is in the house. Who knows who the Hot Toys Wizard is? He may just come up and text me. He may even just Or she may even just pop up on one of these at some point. You never know. H Green is in the house. Listen, it's crazy, everybody. Let's go ahead and I want to go ahead and get right to it. I got the, let's see here. H Green, though, 1313. I got IG-11, the Scout Trooper, and Kylo all delivered this past week. I love them all. Yeah. I got my IG-11. I just finished opening it up, and then I just got the Kylo Ren on top of that. I totally hear you. And then I got Sideshow just sent me a message that they're going to be charging my card tomorrow. It was like sent last week, so I'm assuming that's going to get shipped out this week. So I cannot wait to get the Rey. You got 60 here in the cantina. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that like button. It is Aries live and raw. Nothing scripted here, baby. OG fan. When Star Wars was just Star Wars is in the house. Absolutely. Let's take a look at some things here. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up on the screen. So you see I got up the website that you need to bookmark if you haven't already. And that is called scalecantina.com. And there's some interesting things going on. Let me scroll down to this. And you can see we're going to talk about Luke. You see Luke here up on the screen. We're going to talk about that. But look at Leia Bespin. Leia Bespin is all the way up there. And I was sensing that this was going to start breaking out. And quite frankly, everybody, this Leia Bespin is really starting to break out. And let's go ahead and take a look at some recent data that I want to go and show you. Pulling this up onto the screen. And let me go to, actually, we can probably leave it at that screen. And let me go ahead and scroll down a little bit. And you can see right here, this Leia Bespin sold $299.99. Essentially, $300 sold, not including the $19.99 in shipping, not including the taxes. Wow. And this just sold over the 4th of July weekend, this listing right here. Let's go to another one and show you something else on Leia Bespin. Because Leia Bespin is starting to now push well over $300, many times more than not. And I forewarned everybody, listen, this was going to happen with this figure. And 8 sold. 8 sold with this particular listing. And there's one left and selling for $290.34. This will not last long. Really good feedback, and a lot of feedback as well. And let's actually go to another one. And this one's going to be very interesting to everybody here. You guys are really going to love this. This one here, pulling this up on the screen, was missing the art box and was missing the backdrop as well. It was missing pieces. And it still went for $256 for this Leia. Look, this Leia is a gorgeous figure. The head sculpt is out of this world. The outfit is out of this world. That whole figure is absolutely out of this world. And you have to wonder, just how high can this Leia Bespin go? Let's actually take a look right now at exactly where she is sitting within the secondary market. So moving to a different screen here, so you can see the whatchamacallit, the little digits I'm going to put up here, because I'm going to go to the market value chart. And let's just look real here where she's sitting. Remember, whenever you go to the market value chart at scalecantina.com, hit that current value up column a couple of times, that arrow in the current value column. So you get the highest ranked figures to the lowest ranked figures, so it's easier to navigate. So I know she's around 300, so let me scroll fast down over here somewhere, around that range. And you can see right here, highlighted on the screen, $290 for Leia Bespin and Rising. Wow. And then you got Finn Disguise right above her trending down. We're going to talk about that in a second. And Yoda ESB, Empire Strikes Back Yoda, trending down to $290 and rising. And is it possible that this Leia Bespin figure can hit the ranges to where the Hoth Leia is, or even the A New Hope Leia? And I say yes. I think it absolutely will. This is a very, very stunning piece, and a piece that goes really, really well with the Bespin Lando, which is it possible that that Bespin Lando can come out early? And you have to wonder about it. So I wanted to bring that up because that Leia Bespin is on the move. Let's look at some of these. I'm doing this all by my lonesome, so I'm trying to show you guys stuff with the market value chart. And I know I got some comments here. Just grab my coffee. Let's go, baby. Hey, I hear you, Star Killer. I got to grab mine. I got a big cup here. So I almost have to put two hands on it. Look at that, baby. Welcome in, Star Killer. And welcome, everybody, to Aries Tarrington is live and raw. Please go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's put this up over here. Aries, did you spill your coffee when they gave the cyborg tease the other day? I actually did, because a lot of people are really, really pumped up to get a figure like that, where there was a lot of doubt coming on. And I really didn't have any doubt, unless it was going to be some type of more, situation with that particular actor and all the, political stuff. But other than that, I thought absolutely it was coming. So yeah, baby. That's great. Let's go up here. Is it possible? Look, you guys are already getting me into this here. Is it possible we will get an IG-88 from the Boba Fett series? Listen, Dorikus, you're stealing some stuff, but I say yes. Come on, man. We're gonna flash some stuff up on the screen for sure. And I got a message here from Lane at Scale Cantina. How are the Death Trooper specialists and the Praetorian Guards trending within the secondary market? Well, we're going to go ahead and go to that here in just a second. Let me pull up a couple of these comments as I was talking about the Bespin. We'll go right back to that, Lane. 808 Michigan Jedi. By year's end, Bespin Leia be a $600 figure. Well, Michigan Jedi, you have to wonder, is it possible that it can get up that high? It does go really, really well with that Lando figure. And I have a hunch that Lando Calrissian may come out earlier than the first quarter of next year, especially for, holiday presents. I think that would be something that would be fantastic if they were able to do that. And personally, I wish they would come out with that one tomorrow. I'd find the money, baby. I'd find the money. I'd have to sell some coffee. To get that Lando out, man. But I think what'll happen is it'll get up to where the Hoth Leia is for sure. I think that's where it's going. I think the Endor Leia is going there as well. You go back to Lane's comments here. How are the Death Trooper specialists and Praetorian Guards trending? So let's take a look at that real quick, because I have this up on the screen. And let me share the other screen, because like I said, these digits can be small on there. And let me scroll this over and see where the Death Trooper specialists are on the market value chart, 6scalecantina.com. And it's not going to be too far. Here's a Praetorian double blade. So I'll highlight that on the screen. Praetorian double blade, MMS 454 Lane, $433 and trending up. And the other Praetorian is not too far behind it, actually, either. And what is the other one that you were talking here? Well, actually, there wasn't even behind it. Praetorian heavy blade, MMS 453 is $499 and trending up. Wow. And you want to know about the Death Trooper Specialist. They're all over the place high. Let's go to Death Trooper Specialist and see exactly where they are. Here's the Death Trooper Specialist Deluxe, for instance. MMS $399. Highlighting that on the screen. $580 and rising. And folks, this is with the Mandalorian Death Trooper out. And you would think that would fill the void for a lot of people in their Rogue One collections. But that's really, it's subtle differences to me. There's not like a giant amount of differences on that. And yeah, wow. It makes you wonder exactly what this Clone Wars Anakin is going to do to the regular Anakin and to the the dark side Anakin. I don't think it's going to do anything. I think it initially did something the first month when that Anakin was first announced, but that's about it. Wow, that is absolutely crazy. All right, listen, look, you guys are getting me going. You're going to have me spill my coffee, baby. Michael, bring on Bosk as well. Listen, we're going to be talking about Bosk in just a little bit. Who needs some coffee? Who needs me to pour them some coffee? Who needs me to serve up all the Star Wars Hot Toys talk here this evening? Wow. Let's see what Will C said. Lando did flirt with her in that Bespin outfit. So Lando fits perfectly with her. Look, I love The Empire Strikes Back, Will. I absolutely think it is. My favorite Star Wars movie is still A New Hope. It always will be. That's probably my favorite movie of all time. But, definitely The Empire Strikes Back is number 2. But there's something very special about The Empire Strikes Back. It is riveting. It is like go. I mean, my goodness. Bosk. Look at this here from Reximum Rex. Bosk, IG Danger. I need them all. Listen, baby. I'm right with you. I'm absolutely right with you. The Big Daddy 64. We need more bounty hunters. Is it possible that the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, is going to blow your minds tonight with some of the things that I put up here on this screen? And I say, yes. Wait for it. Wait for it, baby. Just like Sean Spencer and Gus would say. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Some of you know it. All right. We got almost 80 in here. Please go ahead and hit that like button. Thank you for joining. Aries is live and raw. So appreciate it. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Let's go to something else I want to show you guys here on the screen as well. So let's actually go back to the biggest movers section. And let me actually share this screen. There we go. I need me some clankers. Oh, man, we got a lot of stuff coming on. Let's see. I want to show something else up here as well. Okay, here's a very interesting trend. Besides the Leia Bespin, if you are in the market for a Boba Fett Return of the Jedi, I was mentioning it in one of my shows this past week. I think it was the Market Outlook edition that I just put out a couple of days ago. I am telling you that right now is the time. I am seeing it over and over and over again. But make no mistake about it. It is absolutely not going to stay that way, folks. It absolutely will not. With the book of Boba Fett looming and everything Boba Fett, right now what's happening is you got that Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett in stock for, it's going to be in there for a very short time, and then it's going to be gone. And then you're going to see this Return of the Jedi Boba Fett skyrocket back to where it was. But let me pull up some data. I was showing a lot of data the last couple of weeks on the deluxe. Let me show you what's going on with the non-deluxe for Boba Fett. Okay. Pulling this up on the screen. And like Sean Spencer and Gus would say, wait for it. Wait for it. Are you kidding me? A really good seller. And all this feedback back from July 9th. $267 with 36 bids. I almost bid on this sucker, but I was so darn busy this past week, I forgot to put a bid on it. I was like thinking it was the time. $20, not including the $20 in shipping, not including taxes. There's nothing wrong with this figure too, and a very reputable seller. And I'm seeing this over and over. And I'm telling you, if any of you were in the market for it, this is the time. And because it's not selling for $400, $500, $600 right now. It's just not. And it's very, very interesting. And let's actually see exactly, where this is going. And the interesting thing about this figure is this is not the case with the vintage, all the other Boba Fett's. It's just this Return of the Jedi one. And I think what's happening right now is you're getting some collectors that are like, hey, I can just get the Empire Strikes Back one. But as soon as that goes on waitlist, it's going to change very, very fast for this figure for sure. Let's go ahead and go to the market value chart at scalecantina.com. And let's see exactly what's trending here with this Boba Fett. And again, I'm going to have to click again this arrow within the current value column a couple times to get the highest rank to the lowest ranked. But he's trending down, so I'm going to have to go down some to find where this is. And I just highlighted it on the screen. Boba Fett Return of the Jedi, MMS 312, $331 and trending down. Trending down. And look what's right below it. The Mud Trooper, $330 and trending down. And I mentioned that the Empire Strikes Back Yoda has also fell out of the $300 tier range, and that is temporary. But if you're looking for an Empire Strikes Back Yoda or a Return of the Jedi Boba Fett or even a Mud Trooper, right now is the time. But big, big, big alert on this Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. This will not last. The other one is trending down as well, the Deluxe. And that is up here. I'm going to pull that up on the screen. It's below Commander Cody. It's right now the Deluxe with the Sarlacc pit. $401 and trending down, but it is really selling in the 300s more often than not right now. So you have to wonder, is this a temporary thing with the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett? And I say, yes, it is. It is absolutely 100% a temporary thing with that figure, I believe, anyway. And it's just because right now, why would you spend $400 or $500 on a Return of the Jedi Boba Fett when you can go get the Empire Strikes Back one? That's what's going on. As soon as the Empire Strikes Back one's not available, I think it will empty out. You got 93 in here. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. You're at the cantina, baby. And listen, I'm serving up all the Star Wars Hot Toys talk. Let me go see some comments here, because I'm the only one in here. And I got to see if any of you want to say anything about this Boba Fett. But that's what's going on there. If you're in the market for it, actually, look in this. I just seen this comment. I just bought Emperor Deluxe for $500 ship. Yo, William, dude, that is a sick price. That is a sick price because that is a $600 tier range figure for sure. But if you exercise some patience, you can find some deals sometimes. I was bringing that up in my last show for sure. What are my thoughts? This is from Broke as 501. What are your thoughts on Mando Boba Fett Deluxe or regular? My thoughts are I'm going to spill my coffee when I see the final production photos of that set, baby. Are you kidding me? That is an absolutely sick set and an epic moment in the history of Star Wars. Listen, what Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau did with the Mandalorian is absolutely stunning, and I cannot wait to get that set so I can relive episode 6, baby, of the Mandalorian season 2 for forever and a day. Are you kidding me? As far as how that's going to do, it's going to do everything Boba Fett does tremendous. You know, there's very subtle differences between the Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett and the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett for all intents and purposes. And like I said right now, because you can get one Boba Fett it's like the same thing with Darth Vader, with the Rogue One Darth Vader right now. It's the same thing that's going on. It has nothing to do with that particular character. You know, you can get the you could get the 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back until recently for a good price. So that was going way down. But now the Rogue One Vader is going up because the Empire Strikes Back Vader is going up. And when the Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett goes on Waitlist and starts going up, then the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett is going to go up. Sometimes that's how this works. And those two, that's how it's working in there, for sure. Welcome, everybody, to Aries is live and raw, and pulling this up on the screen. OG fan, when Star Wars was just Star Wars with the $2 bomb. Thank you so much for hitting me up. That's worth a sip of coffee, baby. Must have all versions of Boba Fett. Give me more. Listen, dude, I was looking at that auction that I put up over there. I missed it. But $264 or something like that for a Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. Man, that's a scoop right now. It's not going to stay that way. Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, I think all the Fetts, you're going to have that with Boba Fett for sure. And I think you're going to have that with a lot of these Mandalorians. I'm starting to get pumped up because I want to show into some of these possibilities. But I know you guys are ready to spill some coffee, but I have to show you some data, baby. I have to show you some of this stuff that's going on in the secondary market. Look at this from. Thank you so much, OG fam. Much appreciate the super chat there. But yeah, I've got to have all the versions of Boba Fett. Yeah, I mean, now's the time. I'm really thinking about it because I think it's not going to stay that way. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to get the obviously the deluxe version of Boba Fett that's out right now, where you can get Boba with the robes on from Tatooine, and then they're going to come out with the clean version, and they're going to come out with the clean version this year, baby. And I'm going to spill my coffee all over the place because you know they're going to do it well before the Book of Boba Fett, the first episode comes out. And I really think you're going to have it in a 2-pack, and I really think you're going to get it with Fennec, and I think they're going to really drive on that hype of people anticipating the Book of Boba Fett. Because listen, I'm going to show you they don't even need to put out, Fennec and Boba Fett 2-pack, for this series. They have so many other characters they need to give us. Some of you guys already put it in the chat with some of these bounty hunters. Listen, we're going to get a lot of figures with the Book of Boba Fett, and a lot of fan service with it. But some interesting things that I'm going to point out to you here. Combat Evolve is in the house. Hey, all. Good to have you in here, my friend. Good to have everybody in here. 93 watching. Aries is live and raw. Thank you so much for tuning in here this evening for sure. I am fired up, baby. I am fired up. So listen, let's you guys putting this up because I was right on it. Yes, there is a chance there. Hold on, I'll put that up there, JT Country 82. Yeah, I really want the clean Boba with Throne. I do too. Combat, I really do, and I think a lot of people do. That was, listen. Nobody complained about that ending credits scene. Nobody did. It takes a lot. Listen to this. I see your guys' super chats. I'm going to get right to them. It takes a lot to follow the return of the triumphant Luke Skywalker with the green lightsaber wielding, dark trooper crushing force master machine. And you're going to follow that up with something? And they followed it up very, very tastefully and very cleverly with going to Jabba's palace. And let me tell you something, man, that is going to be an epic set. Totally agree. Let's pull this up on the screen for Will C with the $5 bomb. Thank you, baby. Is it possible? A 6 scale Cantina mug. I got to spill my coffee with style. Tease too. Listen, it is possible. I was actually thinking, how many of you out there would actually like, would want me to do a 6 scale Cantina mug? I don't know if any YouTube channel does mugs, but I almost feel like with this place, listen, it's the Cantina. I'm the bartender, baby. I'm always percolating up some coffee. I'm brewing some stuff here. I'm thinking that's maybe I'll go ahead and do that. So maybe I will. Shirts? Listen, so many people have asked. I think I'll go ahead and do it. What do you guys all think? Let me know in the chat. Then we can all spill our coffee together in the same cup, baby. Listen, I need that Fett. I need that Fett with the throne. Man, oh man, oh man. And thank you so much there, Will C, for that $5 bomb. It is so appreciated. Let's actually pull up a super chat here from Lane Kramer. $5 bomb. Thank you. I think you really need to examine that 2-pack now. With the price increases we seem to keep happening from Hot Toys, buy release could be a very good deal. Buy release could be a very good deal. Yeah, I guess I think I know what you're saying, and it could be a very good deal. You bring up a point, and I think this is what you mean, Lane, and I apologize if I'm misreading it, but you only got to pay shipping once on the 2-pack instead of paying the shipping twice. I know Hot Toys saves some money when they just put something out in the 2-pack. There are price increases. There's price increases, not just in Hot Toys, but in so many toys and in so many things across the world, unfortunately, right now. And you have to wonder, keeping an eye on it to see where you can get the best deal. But I'm telling you right now, they're laying a 2-pack with Fennec and Boba. How do you have that scene? Let me ask you guys this question. Let me really ask you this question. I know that there's going to be people, and I really hope that they offer these individually. But for people that want the throne, I want that ending scene with Fennec on the shoulder of the throne with her blue coffee, baby, with her blue alien coffee. Is it possible? It's some kind of blue coffee? Who knows? Listen, some blue coffee beans from the fields of Tatooine in the sand. I don't know. Some plants grow in the sand. Anyway, it's like cactus. It's like cactus coffee. Anyway, listen, I got to have that scene with the two of them. I got to have that scene with the two of them for me. But there's going to be people who don't care about that scene that just want the clean version of Boba Fett. Absolutely. Like he was in like the other episodes after. Sure, for sure. And you want Fennec, she was in season 1 as well, for sure. Absolutely. But for me, if they're going to give me that throne, baby, I need the both of them, baby, and put them in a 2-pack and let's release it. Let's go. Thank you so much, Lane. I so much appreciate that super chat. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking on that. I really, really appreciate it. And putting this back up on the screen as well. I know I put it up before. Is it possible a 6 scale Cantina mug? Look, I got to take another sip of coffee because I think it is. I think I'm going to do that, baby. All right. So let me go ahead and go down and see what else is going on here on the chat. All right. Dutch has a plan. Let me put this up. Dutch has a plan, $4.99. Much thank you. 96 in the house. Thank you so much for watching. Welcome, everybody. Oh, wait a minute. Is this the Hot Toys wizard? Let me see. That's not the Hot Toys
No, not quite. Not quite.
Wait. What's going
Although,
on here, buddy?
what's up, Aries? I just wanted to come on and ask because I want a T-shirt. Now that it's been mentioned, so I just wanted to get my dibs in for that
Yeah.
T-shirt. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah. I am doing great. It's good to have you in here. Thanks for popping on in.
Of course, of course.
I wish I could
Honored.
hand you a cup of coffee. Maybe I could do it through the screen. There you go. Here you go.
Thank you. Thank you,
Oh,
sir.
my goodness. Good to have you in here.
Good to
But
be
what
here.
do you think about that? Before we get to this chat question, Desi, what do you, someone asked, would I ever consider doing, mugs, 6-scale Cantina mugs? But most people do shirts and other things. I don't know of any other channel that does a mug. What do you think about that? Should I do that for this channel? Maybe
I think that's a great idea for this. I mean, for obvious reasons, you're always mentioning the coffee spill. So, yeah, you have to do it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so. Listen, if enough of you guys want, I'll go ahead and do it. Why not?
If I'm going to spill my coffee in a mug, it's going to be in that one, right? So.
Yeah, absolutely. So listen, welcome. Everybody's welcoming Desi in the house. I'm seeing all these chats. Listen, we're going to get all high on caffeine here tonight as we talk about some of this stuff. Let me go ahead and read the super chat. Dutch has a plan, $4.99. Thank you so much for that drop. Hope Hot Toys makes Red Robe Palpatine when he says attempt on my life has left me scarred. Listen, I think if they do that, it would be really cool if it was like some type of DX. Listen, all I keep thinking about, though, Desi, I like that scene he's talking about, but I really like the ending with Rey and Kylo when he has like his full like form back, and he looks just so evil, and he has that red inner robe. We talked about this a few times, but you just came in here, baby. Go ahead and talk to me about this.
Absolutely. If I had to pick one, because I'd want both iterations of him, right? But if I had to pick one, I'd have to go with episode 9, even though, it's not my favorite episode. But that look of him, I'm all about design first, right? And that design is awesome. He looks incredibly evil, and I've said it before, it kind of gives me the 40K vibes, if anybody knows what that is. But it's awesome. I really want that one. Hoping, and I know Howard Chan said that he was just happy to get out of the sequel trilogy era, but I'm hoping he goes back for that one in a dark gray.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I think you have a. I heard him too. I saw that quote. You can't wait to get out of it. But there's some real interest right now with that Rey from the Rise of Skywalker, and I got to notice that mine is going to be charged tomorrow, so I think it's going to ship next week, and I'll probably have it by the weekend.
Me too.
Yeah, that's right. We were talking. You had the same thing, so we're going to get it at the same time. Actually, there's a couple other folks as well. And that Kylo Ren is sick from the Rise of Skywalker, and I really like the Last Jedi one from what I've seen. I don't have it, but I'm so glad I didn't spend, $400 or $500 on that figure, because when I, opening this up and looking at that, I was like, boy, it was so, worth the wait, because it was really nice. I'm like, I don't need multiple Kylos in my collection from his outfit, really. It's just my take on it. It's just like, kind of everyone knows it's Kylo Ren that comes over. Rey, more of the different outfits, changes costume, that type of thing. But yeah, I think that, they're seeing how well those figures sold. And they're like, you know what? It's Palpatine. It is a legacy character. Maybe they can make another sequel figure. Maybe that opinion has changed, Desi.
Yep. Maybe they're looking at it and saying, hey, we're not doing too well with the sequel trilogy troopers, but, the latest Rey and Kylo, we didn't make that many, and they sold out, at least here in Hong Kong. It's not a bad idea, and everybody seems to like that iteration of the Emperor and the Dark Rey. And I'm saying, when I say iteration, I mean, again, the design. It just looks cool.
Well, speaking about legacy characters, let's go ahead, Desi, and let's look at this, because we're going to start getting into some coffee spilling moments now, baby. I went through a couple of different things that are trending, and we're going to do a couple things and tie them into all of this. But I want to show something, because I want to talk about another legacy character. And this is another figure in the biggest mover section. I was right above Leia Bespin. Leia Bespin is hot right now. And Luke, the Deluxe Endor is hot. Luke Endor regular is hot. And Luke Jedi Master is hot. And then again, here is a listing from just back on July 8th, $450 with 39 bids. Really 100% positive feedback and over 500 feedback, not including the $16.99 in shipping, not including taxes. And, you know, is this because people are really looking, Desi, for a Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker, or is this people almost, they're seeing the armor, they're seeing Quill, they're seeing Ahsoka with Grogu, they're seeing that ending scene now. They got with Pedro Pascal head sculpt in the chrome, you know, Mandalorian armor and that head sculpt with Grogu. What do you think that this is? Because this is going up again, all of these looks.
I still think this is Mando. I still think it went up when that last episode of season 2 aired. It started, I don't know if it ever started trending back down, maybe when there was rumors of a Mando, what was it, a Luke R2 set. And then that never happened on May 4th. It hasn't happened yet for Toy Fair. So maybe people are like, okay, well, that's not coming. So the price on this is starting to go back up. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I would say it's Mando. It's not because people all of a sudden want an Endor, right, Luke, because that was up there for so long. I passed on it, to be honest. So,
well, I think that is part of it for sure. I think that some people are really itching to get that Luke, and pulling this up on the screen, you saw how people were really, really excited for this Mandalorian, where we already had 2 versions of Mandalorian, quite frankly, and now all of a sudden you got that chrome-plated Mandalorian. And you have the Pedro Pascal head sculpt, and the way that we talked about the design of that head sculpt. It looks like it was designed purposefully for that ending scene. Desi, what is the accompanying piece? Come on, listen, I really don't think, I know the rumors out there that this may be at the end of the year. I actually don't see this during the Book of Boba Fett. I see this before the Book of Boba Fett. I'm thinking it could go that way. I wouldn't be surprised. What if could this happen at Sideshow Con? Could this be? I mean, why not?
Yeah, this with and if it doesn't come with an R2D2, with a Grogu or both R2D2 and the Grogu, they're throwing Grogus in with everything, right? So yeah, absolutely, I can see this happening at Sideshow Con. In fact, I'm still surprised it didn't happen on May the 4th. I'm surprised it didn't happen as a Toy Fair exclusive. So I'm just wondering, when is it going to happen? Is that why the prices are on the secondary market are still going up for the Endor Luke?
Well, and I will tell you, I think it's certainly, I think it's playing a part. It has to be playing a part. 102 in here. Thank you all so much. Please go ahead and hit that like button. Thank you for joining. Aries Tarrington is live and raw. And we got a special guest in here, Desi from Metamorphic Customs. Listen, I'm not going to get off track here, but Desi's working on a really, really hot diorama for me and topper for one of my figures. And I cannot wait to show you guys what that work is, what we're working on. But that's going to be forthcoming. But listen, Desi has some great stuff, and he makes great base toppers, great dioramas. You've got to absolutely check him out. I've got the link to Desi to look at his different pictures, his site, and stuff like that on scalecantina.com. All you got to do is go to the links and resources section and look at Metamorphic Customs, and the link will come up there. You got to check it out, baby.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it, Aries.
Absolutely. But look, I mean, this will make me spill my coffee, because this was the moment that this was the most exciting moment, I feel, in The Mandalorian Season 2, and maybe for Star Wars in a long, long time. And I don't think with the excitement, I'm not saying that Luke and Grogu are not going to be in the Book of Boba Fett. They might. They might be in there. But I really think on the hype of that, I almost feel like they've got to put this out now. And I am just feeling it, Desi. And I'm thinking that it could be. If it's not going to be one of these, if it's not going to be at the Sideshow Con, I can absolutely just see this the way they popped up the Mandalorian, the chrome-plated Mandalorian with the Pedro Pascal head sculpt, or the Ahsoka one out of nowhere.
Yeah, out of nowhere. And I completely agree with you. This is got to be coming. Probably with that black cloak, right? Because the last time he had a brown cloak.
That's right. It'll come in a black cloak.
Yep. So there's a little bit of changes here, a couple of additions, new packaging. Very nice release for Hot Toys if they do it. So I see it. It's got to be coming.
Well, listen, who wants to go ahead and spill some coffee? Anybody out there want to spill some coffee? Any possibility? Listen, you guys have seen my banner. It's about that time. It is 8:45 Eastern, baby. And that means I'm getting a little bit of a ping in my head that we need to put in some possibilities. So, I'm going to sip this now so I don't spill it. And before I do, I'm going to pull this up, Combat. Thank you for the bomb. Before I pull up the... Any guesses when the armor will be up for sale at Sideshow? Yes, at Sideshow Con, I believe, Desi. Don't you believe that?
Yeah, I believe it's at the con.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Grogu show for the win. Yeah. Listen, Grogu is the new Mickey Mouse. He really, really is. I mean, I know people. And my daughter sells crafts and even goes to craft shows. So you see little stuff here and there and whatnot. And there's just a lot of people that don't know Star Wars or, and it's a lot of older people as well. And there's like, oh, the little green guy. They don't know the other. They just know about Baby Yoda. I mean, it's really just taken the world by storm.
Yep, I was going to say, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Grogu show, maybe like an animated show, right? Or a series of shorts on Disney+.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like something that would make sense.
Yeah, no, I absolutely think so. I mean, Grogu, and maybe that's what he's meaning there, Desi. Maybe he's, Combat, if you're talking about, are they going to come out with a Grogu show? Why not, baby? Let's go ahead and bring it on, because I think who wouldn't tune into that? Because everybody's tuning into the the Mandalorian to see Baby Grogu. Hey, Fabio's in the house, another special guest. What's going on there, Fabio?
How you guys doing today?
What's up, Fabio?
What's up?
I'm all fired up. You're coming in at the right time, because I'm just about to blow everybody away here, baby. I'm just about to blow them out of the water. Listen, thank you, everybody, for watching. Please go ahead and hit that like button. Much, much appreciated. But, yeah, Fabio, we were just talking about this super chat from Combat. He was saying, Grogu show for the win. And I wasn't sure at Combat if you were referring to his own show or just that he's coming up in every figure and in everything. But regardless of the case, there's a lot of people who tune in to see The Mandalorian just to watch Grogu, especially the non-diehards, I would think. I don't know what you think, Fabio, but
that's a good question. I mean, think about it. If you don't really get, as of now at least, we don't really know much about that race. So I think if they got into that whole thing, it could be a whole world in itself. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. It could be, because we don't know a whole lot about that race. And we don't know how he ties into Yoda. We don't know if Yaddle has any involvement with this as well. I mean, it's going to be really, really interesting. But I actually think that Grogu is maybe going to grace us with his presence on many shows. Maybe instead, he won't necessarily have his own show, but I could almost see them tying this little guy in to many shows.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be, the new generation's Yoda. You know what I mean? So they're watching him grow. I think it'll be from him as a baby all the way until he could be a Jedi Master. In my opinion, at least.
Well, we're going to dive into that in a little bit, because some of the things I'm going to show on the screen are going to tie into, I think, some stuff with Grogu. But let's go ahead and start with the Book of Boba Fett, because I'm telling you guys right now, you guys seen my banner, and I think they don't even have to wait for the Book of Boba Fett, in my opinion, to whip this up on us to get a Bosk, because he is, in a way, with limited screen time, just in the movies, an iconic character, a character where a lot of people relate to Star Wars, a figure that sells very, very well in other lines all day long. No need to have this, Fabio, in a show to come out with Bosk. But putting that aside, there is no doubt in my mind that this guy is coming in the book of Boba Fett. And I absolutely can't wait. To me, this is not a far-fetched release for Hot Toys. I think that this is going to be out within the next couple of years. For sure.
Yeah. I would definitely agree. I mean, the boss, who doesn't want a boss figure? The Sideshow did great with their release, and Hot Toys. I can only imagine a Hot Toys release. This would be great, and they don't have to wait. You're right. Why would they have to wait for the book of Boba Fett? Right? He's probably going to be in it, but just release an Empire version or a Clone Wars version for that matter, right?
Yeah.
So that would work.
It's an easy sell.
Very, very easy sell. And, we were talking about before, because somebody, chatted in about, the book of Boba Fett. And I really, really believe that they're going to release the Fennec and the clean version of Boba Fett in a two-pack. Like, I hope I hope that they give them separately. But for me, you're going to give me Boba with the throne, I need the whole thing, Fabio. I need the scene where you have Fennec sitting on the shoulder there, or whatever. With the blue juice, baby, with the blue coffee. I need the whole thing. Don't just give me one or the other. So that's what I think they're going to do. And then it's like, well, don't they have to come out with those figures during the show? What are they going to come out with? Listen, there are a lot of figures that they could come out with this particular show. The Book of Boba Fett, you see the logo right there. You're seeing Bosk right here. But they can come out with Fennec and the clean version of Boba Fett right now. And then when this show comes out, they can give you Bosk right here, baby. They can give you Bosk or any of these guys. Come on. What's
they're gonna, because think about it. Look at what they're doing with the Mandalorian. We're getting literally mostly everything from the Mandalorian. So it's a no-brainer for them to come out with all these figures from the Book of Boba.
The Book of Boba could potentially be bigger than the Mandalorian show.
I believe so. I believe that.
Wow, you know what? That's a good point.
That's what everyone wanted. That's what the Boba Fett movie eventually turned into, right? When it turned into the Mandalorian. Back when what's his name? I forget his name. The director, James Mangold, was tied to it, right? And he was going to do it, and then it somehow turned into the Mando show, and now we're actually getting a Boba series. So the only thing the Boba series would be missing would be a Grogu-like character, but it could, even without it, it could still be bigger. It's Boba.
Yeah, Michael says you're making me spill my spatula. Listen, I hear you. You're making what's this other one here? Dengar. See if I can pull these up. Dengar will be in the Book of Boba Fett. Yeah, I think you're going to get so much, and I think it is possible it could be even bigger than the Mandalorian itself. And I think that they recognize that. And there's no doubt in my mind that this is actually going to be the Mandalorian season 2.5, 2.5, or whatever you want to call it, because they know I think they're gonna tie this in like the Arrowverse. And you'll have the Flash, and then you'll have Arrow, and then you'll have Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow. I absolutely see them tying this in with it. And I don't think it's going to be limited to, what is this, 6 shows? Do you guys know what this Book of Boba Fett is? Is it like a limited series, or we don't know yet? But
I don't think Disney knows yet.
I don't think that. I think Disney's going to know real quick that it's going to be a big series.
Yeah, I think they'll start with maybe like a 1-season thing to see how it goes, and then they'll expand from there.
Yeah. Look at this comment. We could get a Salacious Crumb, baby. Listen, I totally get it. But I'm about. You can get so much with this particular show because there's so many possibilities, and you have to wonder, guys. Is it possible that Dave Filoni with Jon Favreau are going to go back into some of the canon, into some of the comics, into some of the things that George Lucas scripted We're going to get into some of that in a little bit, or pitched. But I'm telling you right now, what an opportunity for something like this. Everybody get your coffee ready, and I hope some of you even know what this character is. But I'm telling you right now, I could absolutely see Prince Xizor coming absolutely into this. This was Shadows of the Empire. This guy does not have to be dead in the canon. As a matter of fact, in there, no one ever saw his body. So, coming out with Shadows of the Empire and everything that was going on between the Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. And, he has a relationship, back in the Shadows of the Empire, supposedly with Jabba the Hutt. And who is on the throne right now? On Jabba's throne. And there's going to be some angst. There's going to be some type of tension where Boba's not just going to have this real easy. It is not just going to be good guy versus bad guy. I think there's going to be some people in here. I think that, Prince Xizor here would be phenomenal to be able to. I could see them bringing this character in. Which one of you guys want to tackle this first? But I'm telling you right now, this could be some of the stuff. You heard Grand Admiral Thrawn back from the Mandalorian season 2. You see how they're throwing that in. Is it possible that we can get a Prince Xizor with this? What say you guys?
Fabio, go ahead.
Well, I mean, kind of a little tricky to even fathom something like this, because unless he's attached to something that's going on right now, I don't think he'll be appearing anywhere. But if they somehow tie him into some storyline, doesn't matter what show, I feel like he'll obviously be game to be made.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's so many possibilities, and they can and they can tie they can tie this in. And OG fan, when Star Wars was just Star Wars, thank you for the $2 bomb. Prince Xizor and Shadows of the Empire for the win. Yeah, I mean, I love that little Power of the Force line they did with Shadows of the Empire. I could see it. I mean, I really think that it's possible that Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau can dig deep into this and have a little bit of free reign. And I think for some people that are really into the canon or some of this stuff, I mean, it can really blow us away with some of that. And I think let's see if I can scroll this down over here, because I think someone's trying to come on in. Is this the Hot Toys Wizard? No, it's the Maestro. It's better than
How you
the
doing, guys? Good evening, gentlemen. How you doing?
What's up, Dante?
I couldn't pass this opportunity, So we were supposed to watch Black Widow, but looks like no one wants to watch it now. So I'm like, all right. So how you doing, guys? How's everything going?
We're spilling some coffee, baby. You got your coffee, or you got your?
I got my water. But look what I have behind me. I don't know if you can see.
There you. Oh yes.
Portion of the Falcon.
Yes.
That thing is
Let me
big.
see if I could blow you up real quick. Not to get off topic. I see those. Let me see if I can remember how to do this. How do I do this here? How do I blow you up? Solo layout, right? Is that it?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Look at that, baby. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that's a huge. I mean, I did the review. I put it yesterday. I mean, overall, it's a very nice piece. A few things I didn't like some of the paint application wasn't that great. Some of the weathering wasn't that great. But the overall look, I mean, it was really good. I'm happy with it. So hopefully, if I have the Desi's skills, I can probably do some weathering and some repaints. But I don't have that skills.
Hey, I'm glad they got rid of the screws, though. The screws on the
Oh
front
yes, that actually I mentioned that because I saw a lot of people that were complaining because they can see these 2 screws in the front. So this one didn't come with that. So I'm happy with that. Very happy with that.
Well, no, and I saw your review was spectacular. Everybody, you got to go ahead and check that out if you haven't yet. I'm actually thinking about. I mean, it's. I looked at the price on that. It's pricey. to get that. But man, I could actually see a spot where, you know, I can use that for a diorama. It's a sweet, sweet piece.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is huge. It takes a lot of space for sure. Um, I'm just popping up for a few minutes, so I just wanted to say hi to everyone, Aries and Desi and Fabi, of course. You know, you guys are awesome. It's been a busy day for me. I've been watching games all pretty much all day since yesterday. And Aries, I saw one of the videos that you put on your membership about the McGregor fight yesterday. Oh my god, too bad he got injured, man.
Yeah, yeah, you had to bring that up. No,
sorry.
man.
I know you love that. I know you love UFC. I just I actually didn't watch the fight, but I saw it on YouTube what happened to him.
So anticlimactic. I don't want to give it away for people that haven't seen it, but put it to you this way: they're going to go ahead and do another fight, but
they have to. They have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone knows already. It's being in the news everywhere, so it's not like I'm spoiling anything.
Yeah. He ain't spilling no coffee today unless he's trying to walk on that foot. That's about it. But anyway.
I know.
Yeah, that's rough. And that's a bad injury too. There's been a few of that lately in the UFC and in MMA over the last couple of months.
I remember when Silva happened to Anderson Spider Silva when he was
fighting.
Oh,
remember that?
Oh my god, that was horrible. His career was never the same after that.
Yeah. The All-American that was against. I'm trying to remember the I know that's his fight name. It's gonna come to me in a minute. The same thing happened to him. The guy that Anderson Silva broke his
wasn't he the Long Island guy?
The All-American, and losing my mind what his name is. Maybe somebody in the chat knows.
Yeah,
but Silva broke his shin in half, hitting him.
Yep.
And then same thing happened.
Chris Wiseman?
The same thing. Chris Weidman. There you go.
Wiseman?
There we go.
Yeah, Chris Weidman.
Yeah, shout out to who said it. Vintage Luke said it, and Robin Miller too. So shout out to you guys.
The All-American Chris Weidman, and then the same thing happened with Chris Weidman. It was just like a couple months ago. Yeah, a lot of these. Usually, what that is when you're practicing and working out in the gym, if you're really strengthening your shins a lot, or depending on how you're sparring and hitting the leg kicks and how you're checking, you can get little small micro fractures in your shins. And then you won't even know it. And then, it's kind of crazy. But anyway, we're going to get into I need to call Joe Rogan. See if Joe Rogan will pop up in here today, baby.
I know, right? With a sombrero.
But let me go ahead and read this from OG fans. Star Wars or just Star Wars. Desi's correct. We have always wanted the Boba Fett show. Disney wanted new characters, but Fav and Filoni backdoored Boba Fett to prove a point and please fans. Yeah, and I think that they're going to continue to please fans, OG fan. And thank you so much for that super chat. And you have to wonder, are they going to go ahead and have me spill my coffee, or any of you with another type of Mandalorian like this up here on the screen when you're talking about fan service? What do you guys think of this? Desi? I'm going to go here with you with Sabine Wren. I mean, I think that, a lot of people thought that, I think the Sasha Banks character was possibly, maybe I think they were thinking that she was going to be Sabine Wren, but she obviously turned out to be Casca Reeves. But I think that a lot of people are thinking that this character is coming for sure. I'm more than sure Filoni is going to find a way to bring this character in. I mean, is this so far-fetched with all the Mandalorians? I mean, just look at this. I mean, this would sell like hotcakes.
That would make for a great figure. Look at the colors. It's awesome. She's an artist, right, on the show. So yeah, that's not far-fetched at all. And they've already made, even if this character doesn't show up on the Mandalorian, right? It's on Rebels. They could make and they've already made figures from Clone Wars. They could definitely make figures from Rebels. Yeah,
so, and didn't they yesterday or earlier this week? They already had some Rebels characters in the Bad Batch, so there you go.
Yep. This would be great.
I think that this is coming. Any of you guys on Sabine Wren, any of you guys in the chat, would you spill your coffee over Sabine Wren? Is Favreau going to bring her in?
I think just like he said, like Desi said, she's just a beautiful, it's a beautiful figure. Just, there's no need for it to be attached to anything. Hot Toys releases that, everybody's gonna go crazy. It just goes very well with everything else. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that they can, just like Stormtroopers, right? I mean, couldn't they just release, something like this? I mean, I think we're going to get a lot of Mandalorians, for sure. And I think that any time, whether it's the Book of Boba Fett or the Mandalorian series, or actually any of the series that they're coming out with, whether it's the Andor series or the Obi-Wan series, if they have some Mandalorians in there, I think we might be getting a lot of them, like we get Stormtroopers. What say you guys on that? What about you, Dante? What do you think about how many Mandalorians are we going to get compared to Stormtroopers?
I think we're gonna see a bunch, and I think especially when the Book of Boba Fett is out, so they have to transition somewhere, right? And they need to bring some new characters, and I believe that we're gonna see a bunch of those Mandalorian figures there, but also have a feeling that we might see Ahsoka as well in some way, shape, or form. We're gonna see that, but yeah, they have a lot of potential to do that in the Book above it, to start introducing some characters, right, for season 3. That's my 2 cents on that.
Yeah, and we were talking last week about some characters that we're thinking that they already have done these in the past, and this is a character that actually sells very, very well in other lines. And I'm going to pull this up on the screen. So get ready to spill your coffee, because this kind of goes on the dark a little bit here. But pulling this up on the screen. Now, you've got the Acolyte coming up. And I'm telling you right now that, man, I mean, Darth Nihilus, Desi, Darth Nihilus, Fabio, Darth Nihilus, anybody in the chat, Dante. I mean, listen, we talked about Darth Revan last week. And, if you look at this character right here, I can tell you right now, let's see if I can pull this up and pull up the Black Series on it. There's already a gaming grades for this figure with the Black Series. I mean, Hasbro knows this is money. And, I think that coming out with something like this would have the same effect as a Darth Revan, for sure. Now, is it possible, Desi, that with the Knights of this Knights of the Old Republic and the Acolyte coming up, which is supposed to be the Old Republic era, that, somehow they can fit this character in or something like that? What do you think about something? This seems really off the wall, doesn't it? I'm going to pull up the other picture again, for effect. But, Hasbro just, has come out with it.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Because it's definitely possible, because they've done video game Star Wars characters before, even if they're just Stormtroopers, right? But there was the video game line. So absolutely, I think we might get something like what's his name, Revan, something like that. We probably get
Darth Revan.
Yeah, something
Darth
like
Nihilus?
Yes. But I'm thinking we might get Revan before we get this character. If we do, right? But yeah, it's either or is possible.
Right.
Isn't the new trilogy, Star Wars trilogy, gonna be based on the Old Republic?
No, I think that there is a show coming out that's going to be about the New Republic, but no, there's actually, I believe that the trilogy that they're going to come out with, for the next 3 episodes is absolutely, going to be in the future. I'm pretty sure, unless that there's another one.
Really? Because I thought it was they're gonna concentrate in the Old Republic or something like that to make it. I mean, obviously, it would not be episode what?
There was 2 for a while. There was going to be like 2 trilogies, but I thought they went back on it. So maybe they are making 2, but I think that they're making a sequel one. I just don't know how they're going to do it.
I think they were, Dante. I think the one that was tied to the Old Republic might have been the one that was going to be helmed by the Game of Thrones writers, but then I think they backtracked that.
Oh yes,
more, which is separate than the next, whatever episode 10, 11, 12 is.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right. I mean, honestly, it would be nice if we can see some Old Republic characters, to be kind of like released or whatsoever. But I don't know, because we don't have any more I guess like movies or anything like that about. I mean, there's books about the Old Republic and video games and all that, but there's no like an actual movie or something that can inspire to make this happen. So I'm not really sure if this could be a possibility. I mean, as a Star Wars fan, obviously, I would love to see that. I would be lying to you if I said no. But realistically speaking, I'm not sure if that's gonna be the thing. Unless they decide to do a show or something associated with the Old Republic, which will be perfect to see.
No, it's a good point. I mean, that's why these are outrageous. But you have to wonder. Just like Fabio brought up a couple weeks ago about that Darth Malgus, which a lot of people go for that old Sideshow figure, and you see like some of these other lines really capitalizing on characters like this. I mean, really bring a lot of attention to Hot Toys. I mean, how bad is a Sith with a red lightsaber going to do on the pre-order thing? Is this going to do worse than the Tusken Raider or something like that? I don't think so. But I think that now how big Star Wars is getting, I can see them coming out with some off-key characters like this. Fabio, what do you think?
I feel like anytime a Darth anything is released, it's a big sale because, they're big characters. This in particular, though, like Dante said, you never know. You never know. Is there a possibility? Of course. But my thing is, I feel like there's way more characters ahead of something like this.
Absolutely. Desi, give you the final word on this one, because we're going to go right into another one, baby. That's going to blow your mind.
I think this character is possible, but only if he shows up on some kind of show, even if it's on a flashback during an animated show of some mental flashback just for a split second, then you've got a chance of him being made soon. Otherwise, we're gonna be waiting for a while.
Yeah.
Unlike Darth Revan, which could possibly come out, do you guys think, without even a show? Like a Darth Revan seems more, like you were saying in here, more appetizing to not need a show to back it up. Do you feel that way, Desi?
It maybe. I still think even for Revan, he's got to have some kind of a show appearance. And I'm just saying, who's going to show up in the show first, Revan or this guy? And I think it's going to be Revan because he's just more. I think he's more popular. Correct me if I'm wrong on the chat there, but
I think he is.
Yeah, I think it's going to take one of them
showing up.
Take
them both, baby. If they want, if they want
me
to
too.
give me these.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this next one for sure, I think for sure, would need to be a character that comes up for them to release it. So the one I'm going to show, I think for sure they won't release. You never know, because Sideshow did release it. Sideshow did release this. Okay. But I actually think, and we were talking about Grogu, and I said that we were going to bring this back up, Fabio and Desi, about Grogu and how they're going to tie this in. I'm going to bring this character in because this character is very important, where actually George Lucas pitched this in one of his ideas when he was showing, when he was selling this, Star Wars to Disney. And there we go. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up on the screen. Now, this was supposed to be the Darth Vader baddie of the sequels. This was supposed to be where George Lucas was petitioning that Darth Maul is not dead, which he wasn't dead in Solo. And really, if they can bring somebody back in the movies, they can bring anybody back from canon or any of the animated series. They can do whatever. They brought Palpatine back. But this was supposed to be, and this character here, is a stunning character for sure. But I actually can see, with Lucas back involved and working a little bit with Jon Favreau and working with Dave Filoni and trying to find a way to have Grogu come into this whole thing. And you can kind of go into a different multiverse or a different Earth or, a different galaxy, a different timeline where what happened in the sequels happened. But a way to retcon is you go a different way. We were talking about this the other night on your show, Dante. Being able to do something that Marvel does, being able to do something that DC does. Because this character, even if you pull up, and if I have this up on here, here we go. Well, actually, this is the Legacy Comics, and I'm going to pull that up because I actually have this comic as well.
You don't want to put.
Sideshow had this for sale. This is one of their premium format figures.
Oh.
But I actually can see Jon Favreau maybe tapping back into this, where something that George Lucas was interested in, and with Dave Filoni, and obviously this like Sideshow, they can just put out this character. Pulling this up on the screen. Actually, my daughter is really the one who knows all this stuff. She has all the comics. I can pull it up right here. Legacy right there. She's on it. But what do you guys think about this? Who wants to go first? Because I don't think that. I think this is possible because I really think Jon Favreau might tap into this in some way.
I think that figure would look beautiful next to Darth Maul. So I would want it just for that reason, just to have him.
Yeah, me too. Me too, baby. Me too. I'd spill my coffee all over, man. I'm telling you right now, baby.
So would I. And I'm telling you right now, they're going to fit that character in somewhere in the timeline, whether it's an episode of Bad Batch or whether it's in the future. It's not going to fit into the current legacy or whatever you call it canon, but they'll fit that character in somehow, and she will not be wearing what she's wearing there, because if they were not going to show Slave Leia again in that outfit, they're not going to show this character in that outfit, so she's not going to look like that.
No, they'd have a different outfit. They'd have it similar, but I know exactly what you're saying, and I see some stuff in the chat about Darth Krayt. Look, I think Darth Krayt is good, but I don't think that's from what I heard and what I've read, what Lucas was focusing on. I think he really wanted to bring back Darth Maul. His whole thing is what he wanted to tie in. Lucas wanted to tie in the crime syndicate of Darth Maul, into this. And I believe the backstory on Darth Talon, when you read, her history and whatnot, is she was actually like some type of Jedi or some type of cadet. She was like a rebel or something first or whatnot. She went through some hard times, and then it just one thing led to another, and then she found the dark side. But really, Darth Maul was supposed to be like the Emperor, in a future timeline, and she was the baddie. But yeah, I can actually see them working with George Lucas and some of his original ideas in doing this, because that's having all. It's almost like the anti-Ahsoka. You got the good Ahsoka, and then you got the evil Ahsoka. I think it'd be great to have an evil Ahsoka. Well, come on, what do you think, Dante?
Yeah, of course, and I kind of like the picture that you showed before, the very first one. I don't know who the person is, but she looks beautiful. No, this one.
This is the Sideshow one here. This is the Sideshow premium format.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you guys, with Fabio and Desi. If they expand a little bit more on this character, I mean, we should definitely see that, and that will be a really good option. Oh, this one, yeah.
Here's what you wanted to say.
Yeah, she's hot. No, I guess because she's red.
That's why.
Right. No. What I'm saying is that if they expand more of the character, obviously it will be a good thing to have, especially like Fabio said, it will be awesome with the Darth Maul. That would be a perfect pair to put together. So I think this is like a cosplay or something, right? Because I don't think this is the right. This is Janet. Oh yeah, it's a Janet cosplay.
Yeah, there's a lot of pictures of her up on there, but like I said, I'm pulling back. Like I said, it was from the Legacy Comics, and I got it here. Star Wars. Flip it around. Yeah, but they're probably not going to have those outfits again. They'll probably change it. But I absolutely see that Filoni, I think that they're going to find a way. I don't think they're just going to use Grogu, Fabio, in just up to the sequels where we find Rey and Finn and all that, and that's it. And you're not going to get anything beyond that. And sure, they can just say, oh, you know what? Grogu went to another galaxy or a third galaxy or something like that, and then just kind of just escape it. I actually think that the way that they're going to do this, baby, is I see them saying, okay, yeah, the sequels happened. It's cool. We'll do some stuff on that. by the way, here's an alternate reality. Here's an alternate universe. I absolutely think he's going to do this.
That's the only way to do it. I mean, unless you start from zero into that storyline. The only way to expand now is multiverse. You know what I mean? So that's like the outlet for whatever they want to do. That's what I think, at least.
Listen, all right. This is something where you don't have to go into another universe, and I'm telling you guys right now, everybody talks about reissues, okay? And everybody's going to assume whenever you think Han Solo, you think Chewbacca. Don't you, Desi? I mean, you think Chewbacca. You think Chewbacca, Fabio, Dante, right?
Absolutely.
Should we be thinking this? Because I tell you right now, if they went ahead and gave me a Greedo and then they wanted to go ahead and reissue this figure or something like that, and especially if they gave me some type of back scene with this was a scene that has, transcended through the years. I mean, I can go ahead and recite it now, but I don't want to have everybody spill their coffee with my Greedo impression here, baby. But Desi, I mean, Greedo goes. I'm telling you right now, if you look for Greedo in the secondary market from Sideshow, it is high to get that figure. It is somewhere like $600-700 to pick up a Greedo. And the 2-pack with Han, you saw how good that actually sold. That's actually a very sought-after set in the Black Series. I mean, well over $100 now. I remember still going in Toys R Us some 6 years ago or 7 years ago, something to that effect. And I could pick that up for $30 or $40, but not anymore, baby. But I could actually see something like this because they did it where I just could see them taking a figure like that and saying, "Oh, by the way, here's a Greedo. You don't really have a human likeness; you have an alien likeness, right? And then here's your Han again, and they already have this, and they can do that. What do you think about something like this?
Look at those suction fingers. Look at that suction cup figures. That's so weird. I love it. Yeah, they could totally do this. And the figure would sell, right? It's not going to be the highest hot seller or anything like that, but it would sell better than some of their, lower tier figures. Probably even sell better than an IG-11. And that figure was great, by the way, but it would sell just as good. And if they make a 2-pack, like you said,
that will be actually perfect. And that will be a really good disguise for the reissue. So we have a Han Solo, we have Greedo together. That's a new release, not a reissue. You know what I'm saying? So that could be a good opportunity as well. And I will definitely love to get one of those, especially if you have the cantina. You have the table with the chairs and all that. You can do that scene. Who shot first? That would be awesome. That would be pretty awesome. Yeah.
And the fact that like we're talking about the reissues, you could get a new Han in a double pack, which technically, yes, it's a reissue, but you have a new figure inside as well. So it's like it could be a whole new thing with Han.
Exactly.
Like a whole type of releases that they like a combination of old and new type thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Like what they did with the Superman and Nightmare Batman. You're right. So they kind of have one, they reissued, and then a new figure. Perfect. So they did that already. So Is it possible? I say yes.
Hey, what do you guys? Hey, listen, Jedi Toys. Why don't you come on? Someone go ahead and text Sergio. I'm not good at this right here because I got this up. Text him my StreamYard link. Let's get Sergio in here. But yeah, I would absolutely love this 2-pack. I actually could see this happening because Hot Toys, it's hard to pinpoint. We were talking about this the other day, Desi, just going back to you on this, exactly what they are going to do. And when you really look at this objectively, they already got the Han Solo. Maybe they would make some different. I don't know how they would do, but they could really just leave it the same because this figure goes for buku bucks. This is now a $500 tier range figure, baby. And that Han and Chewbacca set is continuing to rise up and up. Is it possible they save the Chewbacca for something else? Because I think they're going to give us a Chewbacca. Say, hey, you want a Han? Go ahead, just like you just like you wanted the dark. Here's the dark suit Superman. Here's the Nightmare Batman again. Even though it's totally different, but they can do something like this. Like here's a Greedo, and then here's Han. And there's no head sculpt that they got to deal with this in the way of matching the likeness.
The likeness, right. And we got a good discussion on Friday, Aries, about the all those delays and the attention that they pay into head sculpts in general, right? That's why we've seen the last few releases. I mean, that would be great if they do that. I mean, that will be a really interesting move, kind of like to introduce the OT characters that we've been waiting for so long, to add this awesome two-pack Greedo Han Solo. That would be just perfect with some type of diorama. Maybe as I said before, the cantina table with the chairs or something like that. I mean, they can definitely pull that off.
I was gonna say the same thing. There's a lot of characters that they haven't touched from the original trilogy. You know what I mean? Like a lot. So they could always go back and mess with those. On top of obviously their money makers now, which is the Mandalorian, but they could always go back and find something that they can make and shock all the, whether you're a fan or just starting to collect anything, but there's a lot of material to play with from previous movies.
Fabio, I don't know if you drink coffee or what you would spill, baby, but when you're talking about that, what about this? What about this? Because let me tell you something. That 2-pack, I love it.
That's a must right there. There
you go.
That's like you have to. You have to get that. You have
they're
to.
Very highly sought after, the sideshow versions. And look, I mean, what is this? The model band? I forgot what they call it. Figuring Dan, the model, whatever. This is my cantina band. I should know. I guess I'm a different cantina.
I know, right?
When they were announced by Sideshow, I remember I was like, I don't remember if it was a 2-pack or a single when they first came out from Sideshow. And I remember seeing them, and I was like, they look kind of cheap. I was like, let me not get them. Biggest mistake of my life. Now I can't even find them anywhere.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this would be something. How many channels, Desi, that talk about hot toys and talk about this stuff? If you woke up one morning and you saw this and you were like maybe scratching your head, but you'd probably, like, we all have a smile on our face. Would you have a frown and almost like a little bit of a smile, like Hot Toys? Am I right or wrong?
No, absolutely. I love these guys. It's such a cool design. I mean, if I woke up one morning and I saw this, I would say this has to be a third party. Hot Toys didn't do this, But yeah, I'd love these guys. It's hard to get the sideshow ones, like Fabio was saying.
Right. And didn't we talk about this when Denobi was on, about it would be perfect to have a cantina set with a bunch of cantina characters into maybe one, I don't know, like a DX type, right? Where you have like a bunch of characters from the cantina scene.
Oh yeah,
that would be great. I think we spoke about this before, and everyone agreed that it was a really good, would be a good approach, right? And very fun, and a lot of collectors, including myself, will definitely get them, right? The Star Wars fans, come on.
Well, just because that scene was so epic and so popular that it would just be,
right?
It's like a brainer to do that.
Exactly.
No, I'm telling you, and I know everybody's thinking, and I think that they will. You'll have the Max Rebo band in the book of Boba Fett. Okay, go ahead, bring in the band back and whatnot. But just like in any bar or any nightclub, you don't always have the same band every night, baby, or every week. Maybe bring in these guys. It's Tatooine anyway, right? I could absolutely see it. I could see them away doing it and releasing these characters. But listen, this is a 2-pack that I really, really think is going to come. Not the one. Maybe this one. I mean, I'd spill my coffee with this Cantina band for sure. But the next one I'm going to show is one that I really feel in my heart that's going to come, but not a whole lot of people talk about it. And I think it's because of Hot Toys and the way they've been with this. But just about every other manufacturer in the world has done this. And really, this was the first. I'm already spilling my coffee over it, but I absolutely can see this. And if I can pull it up on the screen, and I mean, to me, this is Star Wars. When you go outside Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, this is Star Wars. And there are a lot of people when you see this. These two are always together, and it's a 2-pack in this company, this release, that release, this release. And I don't feel like we pay a lot of attention to this, but I could absolutely see Hot Toys doing this I'm going to go to you, Dante.
Yes, and this is the reason why I didn't get the Sideshow C-3PO yet, because I have hope that I'm gonna see C-3PO, so I can complete my display with R2D2, which I got recently. But yeah, I mean, this will be a no-brainer. I mean, if they ever do this 2-pack, I mean, this is gonna sell like pancakes. I mean, a lot of people are gonna just do it. And
You're
the
going to
good
spill
thing,
your coffee all over your pancakes.
I'm gonna spill my coffee all over my pancakes. But another thing is that Hot Toys did tease this C-3PO before, so it's not like we're just dreaming about it. I mean, it was teased, it was there, so it's just a matter of doing it.
Well, and Fabio, another thing that I think a lot of people don't talk about too. When he was talking about that they teased the one with the red arm, I was looking back at the original trilogy R2D2, that Hot Toys pictures that they were putting out, and there was actually a C-3PO they used with a silver leg, which is not, I believe, the red-armed C-3PO at all. So you have to wonder if they've been thinking about this. But really, when it comes to the ultimate 2-packs, I mean, as far as Star Wars and the birth of Star Wars and everything Star Wars, I mean, this has 2-pack written all over it, doesn't it?
Yep, absolutely. You could have a this is me, making stuff up, but you could have a Darth Vader Luke 2-pack. That would be an epic 2-pack. You could have, Leia and I don't know, who could you put with her? Whoever you decide to put her with. And then this is another epic double pack right here. Like, this is like a no-brainer, easy sell, everything right there. This is like a dream 2-pack.
I totally agree. Desi?
There is no R2 in stock right now from Hot Toys. There's the Sideshow one, but there's nothing in stock from Hot Toys. Now is the time. This would probably sell better as a 2-pack. This is one of those that would probably sell better as a 2-pack than either on their own from Hot Toys, in my opinion.
Right, I agree. And
look at this comment. Look at this comment, though. Because you just had the Millennium Falcon cockpit you just went ahead and reviewed. What about the escape pod packaging? Wow.
In a KFC bucket? Sure. Why not? Why not? I'd take it. I would definitely take it. That'd be that's actually a really good idea in the escape pod packaging.
And there are two ways that you can put R2D2, right? You can put R2D2 with C-3PO, obviously, but also you can put R2D2 with Princess Leia with the little disc that she put inside R2D2. The very first scene of A New Hope. So that would be another perfect 2-pack, right? If you want to add some type of droid with a character, right? So that would be great as well.
Yeah, that would be an absolutely epic scene. But no, I mean, I really feel like that this is something where it shouldn't. I almost feel like it would be a shock. Honestly, I feel like a lot of us that there'd be a lot of videos on it. I think we'd be shocked. But really, should we be shocked with a 2-pack of C-3PO and R2D2? And I don't really think so, guys. I really don't. I could actually, when you really dive into this and trying to see what Hot Toys can do and whatnot, there's not, as you guys mentioned, an R2D2 in stock right now, except the Sideshow one, which sells really good. We haven't had a C-3PO. You put the two together. Is it possible that sells well? Now, how would that sell, Fabio, in your opinion? Hot Toys. Where would that be?
Well, when I purchased my first C-3PO, which was a Sideshow one, I bought it expecting Hot Toys to make theirs, and they never did. So I was glad that I got it. Like, I haven't gotten a lot of Sideshow figures because for some reason I'm not big with the Sideshow now. Back then, I was all about Sideshow. I feel like it's going to sell because it's like you said, it's just a popular duo. You know what I mean? Like that's Batman and Robin right there. In their own, in their own respect. You know what I mean? So it's I feel like it's going to sell no matter what.
Yeah, I feel like it would be like where that 40th anniversary Darth Vader. I feel like it would be pretty strong. Desi, where do you think this would be? I mean, I don't know if it would be like top 5, top 10, but it'd probably be somewhere, between 10 and 15 regularly, I would think, with this. I mean, it's Star Wars.
Yeah, it's. I mean, out of all the characters, there were in all 9 episodes, right? I'm thinking in between 5 and 10. Maybe somewhere between 6 and 7. It could be worse. I don't think it would be better, but it would be a good seller. And again, I think it would sell better than each of their own on by themselves, as I said.
And because of the fact that it's a C-3PO from Hot Toys, you know what I mean? I feel like the moment Hot Toys makes that, it's gonna blow everybody away because they have it,
Yeah, no, absolutely, for sure. Dante, I'm going to give you the last word on this 2-pack, maybe a 2-pack that really hasn't come up a whole lot. And I know we're thinking that R2-D2 is coming with Luke Skywalker. I still think it is, but it wouldn't surprise me if they just gave us Luke the way that they gave us Ahsoka. And the reason I'm thinking that is I'm thinking they may not change the head sculpt on Luke, and they may give us some features like a rolling eyes function, some hair to match his what he does there. So if they make it a DX, they give us some of that fine details, but it's going to cost too much money to throw in an R2. So maybe they give us a C-3PO with R2.
Right. Those are the 2 possibilities, right? C-3PO and R2-D2, but also the DX Mando Luke will be a really good thing to have as well. If they, I think if they do a DX, they will definitely include R2-D2 and obviously Grogu. I mean, they will have to include those 3, right? But most likely we will probably see Luke and Grogu in a DX version, right? With a maybe better head sculpt, probably, trying to improve it a little bit.
I hope so.
Maybe no fat suit inside, like some little updates. So it is not like a reissue, but more like a new release, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's so many possibilities that they could come out with for sure. And I think it's so much fun. When we really dive into it. You got 109 in here right now. Please go ahead and hit that like button. Thank you so much for tuning in with Aries is live and raw with all of these guys in the house helping me serve up all the Star Wars Hot Toys talk. Listen, wrapping this up a little bit, but getting back to this conversation, I really feel like they're going to integrate Grogu. I'm hearing reports that Grogu's, the shirts, merchandise, and the Disney parks is selling off the charts. The midi-chlorian counts for his merchandise is off the charts. And you got so many people that aren't diehards like us that are really into that. You have to wonder, are they just going to tie him in to this immediate, Mandalorian verse, like Arrowverse that they have? I think they're going to go back. They're going to show a lot of footage from where he escaped the Jedi Temple, Fabio, and maybe what his origins are, where his species come from, who are his parents, and then but you have to go into it's not going to end where it's like, oh, he was with Luke, and by the way, Kylo killed everybody, and Grogu's dead. He's the new Mickey Mouse, but sorry, everybody, you don't got him. I think they're gonna really find a way to really make him a nucleus of this. And then I can see like some of the characters we put out, Darth Talon, and some of these other characters we're talking about, maybe even a Prince Izor or someone completely new, or bringing Darth Maul back because that was George Lucas's vision. Like, hey, he's still around. He's like the Emperor's more age, but he's around. What do you think?
Like I said, I feel like the only way to do this is, with the whole alternate reality, or like you said, like a I think Desi said, like a dream, or like a, you know what I mean? Like they have to, and they have the wide open room to do it. You know what I mean? It's not like they're limited to something. They're wide open. Yeah. They could just choose and keep it going as far as they want to.
Yeah, and Desi, changing that, they can do that, and changing the timeline, using some of that. It is science fiction anyway. And, they travel warp speed, baby. Come on.
Space fantasy, science fiction, sure. But they have such a a treasure trove with Grogu, right? They're definitely not going to do a Kylo killed him, right? There's a large
No
vocal
way.
part of the community that says, whether you agree or not, that they didn't like the sequel trilogy, and that now this Grogu and the Mandalorian saved it. So Disney's not going to is not going to say the sequel trilogy killed Grogu, right? They're not going to do that.
No.
I highly doubt it. So
They could have an alternate universe.
Yeah, they could have an alternate universe, or they can't. They could just say Grogu pops up after Episode 9 somewhere, and he's okay because he's an alien and he can age that long. And yeah,
but Dante, in a way, I mean, having some fun here. Everybody always thinks, and this is funny, we'll never get Darth Vader back again. Who's going to, how is the baddie going to ever match Darth Vader? Right. Listen, if they can change the timeline, they can do so many things where they can be like, in this alternate universe, Darth Vader never did die. Or they can go back in time because they could, you remember that X-Men movie where I think it was Jean Grey got really, or there was some bad, they needed to get Magneto, needed to team up with Professor X.
Right. There's a future past.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So maybe they go back in time to get Darth Vader. And you got to help us with this baddie who's from. They can do so much. They can go back in time, and then all of a sudden there's Darth Vader again, but not necessarily just from the past. They can bring it into the future. There is a way they can do this, especially with the minds of Favreau and Filoni. I've been thinking about this a lot. Why do they just have to, Dante, change? If they're going to change the sequels, I understand the controversy. But couldn't they play around a little bit saying, hey, you want Darth Vader back in this alternate universe, he's around. And then all of a sudden, you got the Hulk back.
I mean, if you guys watch Loki, it's pretty much what's going on. They have a multi-universe, like different versions of the same character in different timelines. So, I mean, at this point, anything is possible. I think it will depend on, how good you can execute the plan, because if you do it in a way that doesn't sound convincing or sounds like good, it might be like it might be a flop. So I mean, a lot of people didn't like the sequel trilogies. A lot of people like them. It's mixed feelings about it. Not all the movies were bad, right? My opinion. But I think it will be perfect if they do something like that. It will be different. It will be a first time that Disney decides to do something that is pretty much never seen before, right? You basically redoing something in a different timeline, so it didn't happen. So it will be interesting to see.
Fabio, giving you the last word on this, the things they can do. I was actually thinking if they did it in a tasteful way, or in a way that's cool, or in the way that they're just going through timelines like the Flash goes. I mean, couldn't you find a way to have Darth Vader in something and everyone would be like, oh my goodness, it doesn't have to always, they can bring him to the future and then bring him back. I don't know. What do you think about this?
Well, also not necessarily bring him back fully, but showing the new viewers a little bit about him. You know what I mean? Maybe like we were talking about, maybe like a thought or like an old memory or something, but reminding everybody, he started, he was part of the beginning. You know what I mean? I don't know how good he would fit. I mean, unless they work it out somehow. But I don't know how good he would fit at this point anywhere. But if they start teasing him somehow, I think it'll be amazing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So listen, final words over here. I have Desi, you have his link within the scalecantina.com. I brought it up before. Go to the links and resources section. I actually, Desi's working on a wonderful piece for me, and everyone's been asking me for a collection tour, trying to get that in there, wrapping up a couple things before I go ahead and do that. But he just does some phenomenal work. You can check his stuff out on the links that I have for him. And Desi, where can they find you? Go ahead, tell everybody.
Thanks so much, Aries. And you could find me at Metamorphic Customs. You see it on your screen right now. Just go ahead and Google that, because you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram, and it'll be the first thing that pops up when you Google it. So you can feel free to contact me anytime, Instagram or Facebook. And just if you're interested in a diorama base or just want to have some questions, just want to talk, by all means.
Yeah, the same thing. I got Fabio in my links and resources. Fabio, tell them where they can find you.
So I have 6 scale. 1/6 Evolution is my Facebook group. I have my Facebook page is Fabs Figures. I have my Instagram is Fabs Figures. I have TikTok is Fabs Figures. So same thing. You guys have any questions? Want to see any pictures of my collection or a specific figure that you guys missed out on from many years ago, which I probably have? Message me, join the group, whatever you guys want.
Dante. You just put. I mean, what else could you have going on with that Millennium Falcon cockpit? But go ahead, baby.
And I'm just gonna tell you guys, for members only, I'm gonna post the behind the scenes because it was brutally painful to film this thing. It's a huge thing. Yeah, I mean, it seems easy. Yeah, but I mean, I have to kind of accommodate, my little studio to record it because it's huge. More lighting. It was massive. But I think it came out nicely. I think it came the way I wanted to be. I mean, again, I'm not a movie maker or anything, but I just tried to do my best. But yeah, guys, if you want to check the unboxing or review, not for this, but the Millennium Falcon, you can check me out, Manafat Collectibles. I think Aries has my link in the description. If not, you can just...
I gotta put it in. Actually, I didn't know everybody was gonna pop on in. I gotta put it all in. I'll put it in the description, guys.
Right. If not, you can just Google me or search me.
What's happening.
Yeah, you'll see this kind of logo here, so you'll know. I'm working on a few things for this week, so stay tuned. I'm working on the 6 scale and filter with Easy Company Collectibles, so it's gonna be sometimes this week, and I'm preparing something very interesting for Mandalorians, for the Mandalorian fans. So stay tuned for that as well.
Okay, well, before we sign off, we got a special guest. His presence is so big that we have to put it on a big part of the screen. Jimmy Smith's in the house. What's going on, Jimmy?
Oh man.
Listen, many of the truths we cling to depend greatly on our own point of view. Stay thirsty, my friends. This is a lot of fun. See you next time.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.